We are here to discuss an incident that actually began in Independence back on this past Monday. There was a stolen car. The person who stole the car is Mr. Donnie Lee Stevenson from Independence. He ended up coming to Hammond on Thursday last night, at which point we believe that he went to several local stores and was stalking women looking for his victim. He ended up at the Target in Hammond at Hammond Square Mall. He followed a victim out to their vehicle, held him at gunpoint, kidnapped him, forced him into their vehicle, and then drove him around and ended up committing a sexual assault on this victim. Upon completing his crime, he made her drive him back to the Target, at which point she pulled out, came across some citizens. She flagged them down. They began giving her assistance. They came across one of our police officers who was out patrolling. They flagged him down, told him what happened, at which point we went to North Oaks Hospital, and she was seen by medical physicians. We received information just through our putting out press release that he was in Independence this morning. The sheriff's office actually received a call from a citizen and said he was at this residence and identified who he was. The sheriff's office responded to that residence, which was off Michon Road. Upon pulling up, they came across the stolen car. He saw the deputy and took off running into the woods. We have had a perimeter set up. We are actively working the scene. We have somewheres in a total of, I believe, 7 or 8 different agencies, federal, state, and local agencies. Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office, Hammond Police Department, Ponchatoula, Homeland Security, Air and Marine, Customs. We have Louisiana State Police. I could go on and on. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting someone, but our local partners and our state partners and our federal partners have stepped up, and we are actively searching for this individual. He has not been caught yet. If somebody does see him, we ask that you call 911 immediately. We are not going home until we catch him. We have him pinned down in the woods. We have him where we believe we're going to be able to catch him. Rayborn Correction Facility has sent out their track team and their bloodhounds. They're on the ground and they're searching also. We are going to get this individual who committed this horrific crime and have him in custody as long as we possibly can stay out and get him in jail. Sheriff Sticker, if you'd like to say something.
Sure. Just to reiterate what Chief Bergeron has said, first and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with this victim. 100%, we are on top of this, and we aren't going home until this individual is brought into custody. We have brought every resource that we have to bear, and every law enforcement agency from the surrounding area is here, just right outside the town of Independence, and we are actively searching for him as we speak. We have drones in the air, we have helicopters in the air, we have dogs on the ground, we have a perimeter set up that borders the interstate at the end of Manhunt Road. So at the end of Manhunt Road is where this actually occurred, where he fled from our deputy this morning. He was actually leaving the scene in that stolen vehicle. And so as soon as he seen the deputy cut him off head on. He exited the vehicle and hit the woods at that time. And that's what started all our activities today. And so, we are here with Hammond Police Department, Independence. We're one team, and we're working tirelessly to get this individual into custody.
Is there any questions? Is there anything we could clarify in reference to this incident? I will tell you this was a random victim. We do not believe that they know each other. We believe that he preyed upon his victim by following him around a store until he picked that person as being the person he was going to victimize. We believe that he actually followed behind several other women earlier in that evening, but for some reason he chose this one. And as the sheriff said, our thoughts and prayers go out to this family and this lady that this happened to. This is such a horrific crime, and as the sheriff and myself both have young daughters and have daughters, this is something that has rocked us as a law enforcement community, as a regular community, but I could only imagine what it's done to the family. So we ask again, the public, if you come across this individual, first off, treat him as if he's armed and dangerous. He did have a weapon when he committed this crime. Do not approach him. Call 911. You know, we are everywhere, so we're going to be in Independence. We really appreciate Frank Edwards. We've taken over his police station today, and we've been running operations out of here. But we appreciate the cooperation and the support of all of our agencies and our you know our law enforcement family that's really just stepped up and come out and like the sheriff said and I said earlier, we're going to do everything we can to get this individual in custody as fast as we possibly can, and we're not going to stop until he is in custody.
Chief, can you clarify where the kidnapping and rape took place, and also what is the condition of the victim?
So the victim went for medical attention. We're not going to discuss her condition at this point. I'm not going to discuss somebody's medical situation, but what I will say is it occurred at the Target in Hammond is where the kidnapping occurred. They then drove off. He forced her to drive off into some undisclosed locations that we're not releasing at this time, but he did make a drive off, at which point, upon leaving that area of the Hammond Square Mall, is where the crime committed the sexual assault.
Where is the perimeter where y'all are searching located?
Our perimeter is basically Michon Road. It's old US Highway 51 is kind of part of that, as well as Highway 40 and I-55. So if you would have had I-55 north from the exit 40, we're kind of up in that area there. I know we as media want to always get the best pictures. We ask y'all not to interfere with our setup and what we have going on, because we want to make sure that the dogs don't lose track and they can attempt to get this guy in custody.
Does the suspect have any crimes on his record that he's been convicted of?
The suspect is 18 years old. I will tell you that as his adult rap sheet only has one charge on it, which is illegal possession of stolen property, which he received in January of this year. But obviously we can't give juvenile crime sheets or anything like that out, or crime stats.
And you said y'all were alerted by a resident of his whereabouts or someone that knew him?
We have a citizen, is what we said. A citizen notified the sheriff's office of his whereabouts, and actually the citizen identified him from the press release that we put out, Hammond Police Department put out earlier this morning. The citizen saw the picture, recognized him, and then made the phone call to the sheriff's office and identified him, as well as the location of where he was.
Chief, is this as unusual as it sounds? I mean, Hammond, Louisiana, we're not used to these kinds of events.
Absolutely not. We aren't used to things like this happening. This is not a regular occurrence, and it's really just a horrific crime to be committed upon one of our citizens, which is, we're always invested in keeping our community safe, and we're going to do everything that we possibly can to do that. And when something like this happens, it hurts from the person that it happened to all the way through our community, because it's not a regular occurrence in our city.
Do y'all believe he's still in those woods?
He's still in the woods. We know he's still in the woods, and we're going to stay on him until we get him.
Chief, can you just orient me? Where are the woods in relation to here? North, south, right, east, west?
Best way I can tell you, going north, go Highway 40 and I-55. There's an intersection there. Is where 40 turns into 55, and I guess the best way to put it, it's kind of northeast of that intersection.
Are there a lot of homes in that area?
It's mostly rural areas. There are some homes in that area, but it is mostly rural, wooded area.
Do you have any idea why he went to that area? Anyone he might have been cooperating with?
We believe that he resides in Independence, and he resides in that area, so we believe that's where he was located, at his residence. All right, thank y'all for coming out. We'll definitely give updates as they come. Hopefully the next update's coming is that he's in custody and he's going to jail and he'll have to settle up.